Hi, I'm Andrew and welcome back to Taekwondo Step by Step. The form that you just saw me using there is actually from a painting on a wall 2,000 years old. Pretty long time, hey? Well, think about that anyway as we go through now practicing Taegeuk Jang. Hello again, Master Lee.
Hello everyone, I'm Taegeuk. After today's lesson, you would have learned 10 consecutive forms in Taegeuk Jang, the second pattern. Do you know how many forms there are in Taegeuk Jang? Well, as there were 18 moves in Taegeuk Jang, there are also a total of 18 forms in Taegeuk Jang. So this means that you will have learned more than half the forms after today's session. Some of you might think negatively and think you still have to cover 8 more forms, but let's not think that way. Mastering the 10 forms will be a springboard to mastering the remaining forms in Taegeuk Jang.
Okie dokie, I hope you're all watching that. Remember, you can't practice sitting down, so you have to stand up and get into it all, okay?
Andrew, you're doing an excellent job in practicing the patterns. Won't you be disappointed if some out there in the audience are better than you? Alright now, let's show the audience the different forms we've learned so far, so that they can practice along with you. I'll explain the pointers for each form.
Okay.
Are you ready, Andrew?
준비! 동시에 태극기장 하!
What you have to watch out for is not to raise your blocking arm too far apart from you. As it is to block your groin, your fist has to be facing down toward your leg. When you make the punch, a lot of people make the mistake of punching outward from the center of your body. You can't really aim well at the target if you do it like this, but you're doing it exactly in the way it should be done. You have to keep in mind when making the punch, you have to aim for the opponent's sternum, which should coincide in line with the center of your body. So when practicing, you punch at the imaginary opponent by aiming according to the central line that divides your body. As this is the exact symmetrical form, I won't bother to explain any further. Next is the 몸통 안맞기. Okay now, Andrew, will you change the blocking hand? Now everyone, you know that this is called 몸통 맞기, right? And when it's the other arm with the opposite leg forward, this is called 몸통 안맞기. Don't forget the difference now. You should also remember that the angle of the arm is 110 degrees, and the level of the fist should be in line with the shoulder. Then next is the 아래맞기, turning to your left. Next is the 앞차고 얼굴 줄이기 in the 앞굽이 stance. How are you standing right now, Andrew? Doesn't 앞굽이 look like this? There you go. I think Andrew was a bit nervous. Another correction is that after kicking, you swiftly fold your leg and not set it down immediately. Then keeping balance, you go into the 앞굽이 stance.
Well, let's have a look at another demonstration, shall we? I hope you were following along while we were watching the demonstration just then. Remember, you can't practice while you're sitting down on your backside. You have to stand up and get into it. And this is how you use what we've been learning today, okay? Okay, now that sort of stuff you don't actually learn until Jang, which is the fourth pattern, but this is our service for you today. And let's go right now into today's point. And now it's time for the part that's entertaining and educational. Taekwondo real life. And thank you once again, Master Lee, for being such a wonderful teacher.
Now everyone, I mentioned before that you have to practice and practice again the different patterns of Taekwondo. They say that if you practice a certain pattern 1,000 times, you will acquire an excellent form. But as time forbids for such hard training, I recommend that you practice at least 10 times a day.
And that's it for us today, and it's almost it for us for the rest of the week. But don't forget to join us tomorrow for a whole review of everything we've done this week. Taekwondo step by step.